G'day folks, I can't believe we've come to the last episode of our Darwin road trip series. But what better way to finish it than to go off to the Karijini National Park. We spent last night at the Oski Roadhouse, so we'll have a look at the caravan park before we head off to Karijini. Oski is a major truck stop for everything heading north on the Great Northern Highway, and why not? It's got good food and plenty of on-site accommodation for the weary traveller. Look, it's not a big place and they're trying to have grass sites, but out here having anything green is a bonus. The sites are big with plenty of room to manoeuvre the van in. It's old and it's rough, but clean and comfortable. Even the monster generator that we were parked next to wasn't a problem during the night. Yep, definitely a good option for this part of the country. Something you wouldn't expect to see out in the Pilbara here is farming. You see out behind me here they're growing hay for the farmers of the region. And you can see over the back here one of the spray irrigators going at the moment. And this is all being done by Rio Tinto. They've got a mine down the road down here, and they've been drilling it out or digging it out for years. And it's got to the point now where they've gone down below the water table, and all mine sites have that problem. And what they normally do is they normally just put a pipe and a pump it into a local stream somewhere and let the water go off where it needs to go to. But what Rio Tinto did, they actually thought outside of the box. Down here they created these farms, and they pumped the water from the mine down here, and they put in ryegrasses and hay and stuff like that, or to grow for hay, and then they sell this to the local farmers in the Pilbara at a pretty good cheap price, good quality hay. Normally if the farmers here want to get hay from anywhere, they really can only get it from down Perth direction. It's a long way away, 2,000 kilometres away almost. It costs a lot of money in freight to get it up here, where now they've got access to top quality hay at a pretty good price, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. From Oski we're heading south through the Hamersley Ranges again. It will take us about an hour to get to Karijini. There are park fees, but if you've got the park pass then you can just go straight in. The Visitor Centre is a good place to start, where you can get a map of where everything is. Places that we'll be visiting are Dale's Gorge, Fortescue Falls and Oxer Lookout. Dale's Gorge is our first stop. This is why Australia is called the sunburnt country. The colour comes from the iron ore rich rocks oxidising or rusting. It is possible to walk into the gorge from Fortescue Falls. There is some climbing over rocks, but someone with reasonable health could do it okay. Fortescue Falls has in recent years had some work done to it. They built a new walkway that goes down to the waterfall. As long as you're good with steps, it's well worth the walk down. You can do a short walk upstream to Fern Pool. You know, I didn't bring a magnet with me, but if I did it would stick to these rocks because a lot of iron ore in these rocks. You can even see the rusting in it from when it rains. You know, when you come into these places, you've got to be a little bit respectful of the rules and respect the area. I mean, foreigners come in screaming and yelling in a place that they've asked to be quiet. A bloke walking in there with a beer in his hand, they've asked no glass to be in here. So just follow the rules. It's not hard. Surely you can go from the car park into here without having a beer in your hand. So yeah, just follow the rules. It's good for everybody. To get from Fortescue Falls to Ox's Lookout on the other side of the park, you can go two ways. You can take the blacktop around, which is slightly longer but faster, or you can take the internal bone-shaking road. Yep, we didn't take the blacktop. And then the road into Ox's isn't much better. Oski Lookout is where four gorges come together. The Weno, Red, Hancock and Goffreid gorges. There are a number of spectacular walks that you can do from here. timely reminder that while it's great to come out and have a look at all this stuff, if things go bad, somebody's going to come and get you. This here is a memorial to an SES volunteer that came here to rescue somebody, and unfortunately things didn't go well for him. So enjoy the place, but be careful as well. Well, we're just sitting here at the Ox's Lookout at Karijini having lunch, and that really is pretty much the end of our trip to Darwin, because from here we've only got 2 days back to Perth. That also brings this video series to an end. So if you've been watching the Escaping Reality series from the beginning, thanks very much for that. Not really sure what's coming next. I have been asked about doing a video of a trip out to Kalgoorlie, but I've got to work that one out yet and have a discussion on that, so we'll see what happens. But I would like to thank my wife Deb for putting up with for 5 weeks of in the car there with, can you turn the cameras on, can you turn the cameras off, can you turn the cameras on, can you turn the cameras off, and thank you for watching the videos. If you haven't seen the rest of them, there'll be links down below down here somewhere that will tell you where you can go find those videos. And I hope that this inspired you to get out and see some of what we have here in Australia, and particularly in Western Australia. It's an amazing place, and I think everybody should put a bit of effort into trying to see something at least. Yeah, so till next time, happy travels. And as the sun sets on another day, we finish this series. If you like what you saw, then hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing below. In my next video, we'll look back over this road trip and talk about information that you might like to know if you're thinking of doing this trip yourself. Things that may be useful, like fuel costs, most expensive fuel, the cheapest fuel, and other expenses, what we did or what we might have done different. So till next time, happy travels.